Hey, it's me. These are my tanks. Uh, Big fan of tanks. I think they're pretty cool. This is so far pretty much every tank I've printed and painted. All of these being 3D printed because I just enjoy printing a lot. Uh, yeah, most of them are just kind of proxy models like this, or these two being just kind of whatever tanks, or like this one being a Lehman Russ Intimate or a Lehman Russ proxy, and then this one being just a 3D print of a classic Rhino, or this one, which is just a cool tank that I got from Once in a Six Sides Patreon. Uh, but yeah, these are some of my tanks, and today I'm gonna paint these two. Well, this one being something that flies, not exactly a tank, but I will paint it the same way I paint tanks. And then this tank, a lot of my tanks I get from, I believe his name is Nate Fayama on My Mini Factory. Love his files. They're just, it's this right mix of like World War II and grim dark aesthetic that just make these tanks look perfect for Warhammer. And they're really fun for me to paint. So I'm going to show you how I do that. Cool.
Alright, so this is what it looked like unprimed. And, I like to prime in like specific colors. So, because I wanted this tank to be a desert tank, I primed in a lot of tan to try and get that like desert aesthetic started. And the way I paint my tanks is I just sponge on kind of a highlight color all over the tank. It really does a good job of like covering the surface and giving it like a kind of texture. But yeah, I like to sponge on just kind of tan color all over. Yeah. Alright, so after my sponging, I wanted to make a kind of panel lining wash, which I use kind of a dirty brown and a black ink. Amsterdam inks have been working really good for me recently, and I'm really liking like just panel lining with this kind of thin wash. As you can see, it kind of just seeps into the like recesses. Doesn't like to stay on the flats very much. And I'll just do this around the whole tank. So about this point, I wasn't really happy with the tank, and just out of randomness, I decided to like start putting red, kind of on this tank, which led to kind of a new idea for this. It was to be kind of like a skin tank. I don't know if that makes any sense to you at all, but skin tank, just tank made of skin. So I just started using this kind of red, light red wash to just add like skin blemishes and red detailing to it to try and give it this like fleshy appearance. A kind of little fun thing I like to do on my tanks is to draw a little Kilroy. I don't know if a popular thing that was happened in World War II. American soldiers would just draw this little guy and write Kilroy was here while fighting overseas. So for my kind of tanks, I take this little Kilroy figure and just put him somewhere on there, right? Kilroy was here, and it's just kind of a fun little Easter egg for whenever I'm just looking at him. So there, Kilroy was here. And then here, I decided one of my skin details that I wanted to add was like the thin blue veins under the surface. So I just watered down a blue paint or blue ink, like just real, so it was real water. And when it dries, it's nice and translucent. It doesn't cover it up too much, and it gives it like this nice vein detailing. It just makes it look gross. I decided for the treads and the barrel of the gun, I would paint them in kind of this bone color to give it like this all organic feel. So that's just pallid bone contrast paint. And I wasn't really happy with all the gaps. I had some bad warping while I printed, so I filled it in with green stuff and milliput in kind of this 50-50 mix. And then I added a kind of intestine exhaust pipes, just kind of to nail home the like gooey, fleshy appearance of the tank. And for this part, I needed to kind of prime, but not really, with just this vaguely similar tan color. So eventually I'll sponge on and give it washes and it'll blend right in. So then I just kind of added these rough, bloody washes, just of red inks and brown inks to all the stuff that I added with the green stuff, and then testing exhaust pipes. It leads us to the final one.
Originally I was just gonna paint a desert tank because I have this green one, I have another green tank, I have this blue, purple, and red. I don't know. I was just gonna paint another tank in like kind of a deserty theme, and then I didn't think it was looking good, and I made a skin tank by accident. Mostly by accident. Half of it was decision, kind of at the end, because you don't accidentally add like intestine exhaust. So, but yeah, this is my skin tank. I'm pretty happy with it for how it started. I may make more skin themed vehicles, just because I mean it's kind of cool. This is my first video in a while. Been saving up. I'm gonna try and do one video a week for the whole month of January. At minimum. There may be a couple more if I can get them out in time, but there's going to be one video a week minimum for January. Starting with Skin Tank on the 1st. So, thank you for watching. If you enjoy Skin Tank, like and subscribe, maybe leave a comment. I do read all the comments. I enjoy them. And Skin Tank forever. Skin Tank. My cat's being dumb.